welcome back to the channel. For this video, we will be taking a look at the Transformers Bumblebee movie studio series Deluxe Clas B-127. Now you guys do remember that I did a video on the Bumblebee movie Deluxe Clas cliffhanger, and I was telling you guys in that video that we would probably see a Bumblebee recolor of that mold, which is this one, and this is that remold, and this is that repaint of this figure. I'll bet with a different head, of course, and different color scheme instead of black. Well, we'll compare them later. Let's look at the packaging first. The packaging has that movie version of Bumblebee as B-127. This is from the first 15 minutes of the film. The Cybertronian war scene before they all left Cybertron. And Prime asked B-127 to scout a planet for them. So that's what this mode is. He transforms into a mouse. A computer mouse. No, he transforms into a I call that a Cybertronian car. So besides is another illustration of that Bumblebee, and on the other side is a close-up of that illustration of Bumblebee. So that's enough for the packaging. Let's open him up and then let's take a look at his features. So we have him outside of the box, and we also have that backdrop thing that they do with the studio series. I just realized that the past few figures that we have seen are all from studio series instead of the mainline War for Cybertron trilogy. Anyway, the background for this number 70 Bumblebee movie Deluxe Clas B-127 is that vista from the Cybertronian scene, the first 10 minutes of that movie, where kind of made you wonder why they didn't do those designs in the first place, since it kind of works and it still kind of looks like the original characters. Though we can't deny that the Transformers movie spawned a new set of fans. Some of them are not even aware of the G1 Transformers, and most of them are weaned on the movies. The Bumblebee movie would be, I wouldn't really call it my favorite, but it would be the closest to the aesthetic of the G1 Transformers that we had. I recently rewatched the movies, and kind of like the movies. Yeah. I know it gets shit upon a lot of Transformers fans. Basically, most of the G1 fans. So it comes with the same gun that Cliffhanger has, except it is colored differently. So basically the same with the robot. It is colored a lot differently than that's their main. That's, you can see him in here in the background with the backdrop, I mean. So let's lower the camera a bit. So okay, very nice figure. I actually like the Cliff Jumper figure, except for the fiddly cable of his feet, which is kind of takes away from the figure, especially this part, because it usually untabs a lot. Yeah, it really does not tab. It just like you can just that slot there, so it doesn't really tab. So it kind of moves around a lot. So that's enough with the backdrop. Let's bring in Cliff Jumper here. Cliff Jumper, of course, you know what happened to Cliff Jumper on the moon or some planet. He got cut in half, and then he received Bumblebee's transmission. So Cliff Jumper is red and black. Bumblebee here, or B-127 here, is decked out in yellow and in gunmetal gray. That's the color. That's the actual color of the plastics. Uh, Molded in yellow plastic and in gunmetal gray. There is a few paint applications here, like on the calves. You can see there's some silver there, metallic silver. Also on the thighs, there's some metallic silver. On the gun, there's gunmetal gray, then silver. Aside from that, very minimal, very minimal paint applications. On his forehead is the Autobot symbol, and yeah, it kind of have some problems standing up because if this is too loose, you actually uh, it will have some problem standing up. The feet are on a ball joint, so there is a bit of ankle pivots there. Also, you could rotate it. Um, the ball joint is a bit too tight, so be aware of that. Articulation is basically the same. Head is on a ball joint. Yeah, it's on a ball joint, so there is a bit of motion sideways. There is a transformation hinge there that allows him to look extremely up. See that? See? He can tilt his head downwards a bit, tilt it upwards a bit. Full rotation. Shoulders the shoulders are a ball joint, so it allows him to raise both of his arms sideways like that, and also rotate. There is a bit of a clearance issue with this, but yeah, you could just move the arms to not hit it. Hips are also ball joints, allows Bumblebee B-127 to split like that, and like that as well. Can raise his legs up that much pretty well actually, and he has a knee bend, and like I said, the feet are also on a ball joint, so motion that the ball joint allows. You can point it up, point down, point up. There's also a hinge there, but that's for transformation. All in all, they're quite cute, these figures. Kind of reminds me of the War for Cybertron. Is this War for Cybertron or Fall of Cybertron? This one. Do you remember these figures? Now, these are deluxe classes and these are humongous. These are big deluxe class figures, and the cars are also reflect their size. Um, as you can see, most of it does not tab well, but that's my transformation. But that's my problem, not the actual toys problem. Uh, these are good solid figures, and I'm glad I got the more modern versions of them. I would consider them as the more modern versions of them, since they are still G1 inspired, and they're Cybertronian alt forms. They turn into a Cybertronian mouse car. So now, let's transform him. Bumblebee. Let's see if I can still remember how to transform Clef Jumper. So you remove this gun. Unclip his back. Clip that one. That's to free this one, and then raise his head up high. flip that. Oops. Remove his head. No, do not remove his head. You can actually, no. Open up the front. Then slightly push the shoulders inwards. Now push this. There is a to hide that head. Now here, open up the chest area like so. Then fold the chest armor, and then fully fold those shoulders inwards, and then you can see that it will rest there. It doesn't really clip, but it just rests there. Now fix those arms like so, and there is a slot there, so clip that in the middle so it doesn't move. That is solid. Next we do the feet. We could, this is on a double hinge. You just move it forward like so. Yeah. It will unclip. And for this one, so, and then unfold that back. Do the same thing on the other feet. Kind of hard to do. Yeah, there we go. Do the same thing on the other side. Clip this. And now clip the feet together, and then we go oops, no, what's this? There we go. Almost done. Straighten this whole thing and then push it backwards, and now there are tabs here and here. We just tab that in, and then this as well. Make sure everything is lined up. Now the instruction says you should place this on that top cover first, but I always find it hard to place that before folding everything in. Let's clean up everything. There we go. So what I do with Cliff Jumper, and I guess with this one as well, is after transforming him into the clearance on the wheels are not that great. Yeah, probably because I did not transform them as properly as I can. So what I do with the gun is I try to place it after I've done most of the transformation. That's when I store it in the middle. Because when I do it before, when I push this down, it usually pops off. So there you have B-127 in his Cybertronian car mode. Still looks like a mouse. The old War for Cybertron one really looks like a mouse, but it is done in the same vein. This one is more Bumblebee-ish because it retains actually the shape of the Volkswagen Beetle, and this one is a car that just looks like a mouse. So yeah, that's my review of the Transformers Bumblebee Movie Studio Series Deluxe Class B-127. Thank you for watching, and the light in my setup is eating him, making him melt to the making him melt into my table, and of course the gun would pop off. It's storage. So once again, thank you for watching. Please do leave a like, comments, suggestions, and questions. Please do type them down below. And if you have some if you are so inclined, please do subscribe to the channel. And if you do subscribe, please do click on that notification bell so that you know when I'll be uploading other stuff soon. What can you get from this channel? I usually look at toys that I just bought, toys that are still here in the room, Filipino comics if you are interested in those. I sometimes do videos on them. Some basketball stuff, personal basketball stuff that I do. I'm sure you guys can do a much better job of transforming this guy than I can. So, see, this one doesn't align that well. So, anyway, with that note, thank you guys for watching, and see you at the next video.